So since I've been talking about EVs on my YouTube channel, I've done it from the perspective of an enthusiast of the cars, but not as an owner. The whole time I've been driving around a 2014 Scion FRS, and while I like the car, it wasn't exactly what I envisioned myself driving every day. But all that has changed recently, and I just took delivery of a 2020 Model 3, something I've been working towards ever since I've been a fan of Tesla, and it is finally here. So obviously, being a YouTuber and enjoying EVs, I'm going to make a ton of videos about this car, but today I'm just going to do a general overview, basically what I would show somebody if they've never seen a Tesla before or aren't familiar with electric vehicles. So let's start with the specs of the car. This is a 2020 model, and I heard from the service center this is the first time that Tesla has started doing year-ahead models. If you've seen other car companies, they'll usually do the 2020 models. They'll start releasing in 2019. Tesla has never done that. So if you have a car prior to this and it says it's a 2018 model, that means it was produced in 2018. I opted for the long-range all-wheel drive model of this car. So there is a induction motor up front and there is a permanent magnet motor in the back. Between those two motors, there is a giant battery, a 75 kilowatt hour battery, that gets me 310 miles of rated range on a full charge. Yes, this car is all electric, no engine, no gas, which means I need to plug it in instead of filling it up to charge it, just like your cell phone. So most people that own electric cars do most of their charging at home, and this does require a special installation just to install a higher voltage and amperage circuit at your house. Not too intense, but it does require additional installation. You do get an included cable that can plug into a standard 120 volt outlet, but it is not going to charge very fast. Fortunately for me, I have free charging at my office, so I can plug in there, and I usually get about 25 miles of rated range added per hour it sits there charging. So by the time I leave at the end of the day, I have a full charge. So charging is super simple, but I do have to use an adapter because most chargers use this J1772 standard. Tesla has their own proprietary port, so I have to use this adapter on here to adapt it to my car. So the charging port is hidden in the rear panel here.
That's so cool. All right, sorry, go ahead.
So the charging port is hidden in the back here, and all I have to do is plug in and the car starts charging. It's that simple. So since there's no engine in this car, you've also got a front trunk, and I can open that with the app here. Gives you a ton of extra storage. You can basically just fit a duffel bag in here, but a little extra space. You've also got a lot of space in the trunk because there is no spare tire. If you know anything about Tesla, you know that they are very high-tech vehicles, which means you control and interface with the car via your phone. So in this car, your phone is your key and it's connected via Bluetooth to the car. So all I have to do is have the phone in my pocket, walk up to the car, open up the door, sit down in the driver's seat, put my foot on the brake, and I'm ready to drive. You can also control the car via the app on your smartphone. Here you can unlock the car, lock it again. You can also flash the lights as well as honk the horn. Right now it's really cold, but if it is warm, you can vent the windows, which is super nice if you're sitting in the office and you want to cool your car off a little bit. And I can close those back up. Because winter is approaching really quickly, the feature I'm using the most right now is preheating the cabin. Again, you can do this right from the app. So if for some reason your phone is dead, Tesla does give you this key card that can act as a key. So all you have to do to use this is just tap it on the B pillar right here. The car will unlock. So then I can hop in. So when I'm inside the car, all I have to do is tap the card down next to the cup holders here. It'll show it as active, and then I'm ready to drive. Once you get inside the car, the first thing you'll probably notice is the complete lack of physical buttons. You basically interface with the car and control everything via the touchscreen in the middle. The left side acts as your dashboard, showing you your speed and any other important driving information. The right side shows your navigation, as well as any menus you pull up or any controls you pull up while driving. This is also where you adjust your climate settings, your music settings, and your driving settings for the car. And because this car is electric, there's no engine to start, so as soon as you sit in the driver's seat, put your foot on the brake, and put it in gear, you are ready to go. To put it in drive, you just push down on the right stalk, and to put it in reverse, you pull up on the right stalk. But probably the trademark feature of Teslas is their self-driving capabilities. I did not spring for the full self-driving option. I just got basic autopilot, which means I have lane keep assist, but also adaptive cruise control. So basically, if I'm on the highway, it will keep me in my lane and speed up and slow down based on traffic. So currently we're on autopilot. I don't have my hands on the wheel, but probably should have them on there. It'll start yelling at me if I don't. Unfortunately, auto switching lanes and taking exits and stuff like that is reserved for the full self-driving option. There's a whole slew of features that I'm not going to get into. If you want to do some more research, you can check that on the Tesla website. But bottom line, this was a $7,000 upgrade, and for that price, I think I can drive just fine on my own. But basic autopilot is an absolute dream for me right now, especially since I've been doing a lot of highway driving recently. Basically, I hop on the highway, I put it in autopilot, and I'm good to go for most of the road trip. All I have to need to worry about is switching lanes if I need to, or taking any exits. But the main thing is it completely reduces the stress of constantly checking your surroundings and avoiding people running into you. So how does this autopilot system work? On a very basic level, it's got a ton of cameras and sensors. It's got ultrasonic sensors around the entire perimeter of the car, as well as 3 cameras up front, right in front of the rearview mirror. You've got a camera in the back, and you've also got 2 on each side, 1 on the B pillar and 1 right below the side view mirrors. You've also got a forward-facing radar that helps a lot with that adaptive cruise control to see any vehicles in front of you. So all 3 of these sensors kind of work together to create this shell that monitors everything around the vehicle. So overall, I am absolutely loving this car, but I didn't have time to go over everything I love about it today. If there is something that you want me to take a closer look at, or something you're curious about with the Model 3 or EV ownership in general, definitely let me know down in the comments. I'll be reading all of those comments and consider all the feedback in future videos. If you're not already subscribed, this is the perfect time to subscribe. Just got the Model 3, going to be showing you a lot about EV ownership and the Model 3 Tesla. So if you're curious about Tesla or EV ownership in general, definitely hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my future videos with the car. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.
I literally had no idea, dude. I thought it was about to like morph into it. Can you not close it on its own? Oh, there we go. Okay, sorry. I will be professional this time. Damn, that was cool. All right.
Ready?
Yep.